Ready to order is a strategy in which students must order a set of items based on a specified criteria, such as level of importance, greatest to least, by date or time, or alphabetically. The strategy can be used as a whole group, small group, or independent activity. One of the reasons this strategy is so great is that it is easy to modify to fit the needs of your classroom and the different levels of your students. To vary the level of difficulty, you can simply change the number of items to be ordered, the ordering criteria, or the complexity of the content. The first time I used this strategy, I had my students order rational numbers from least to greatest. Students worked in pairs and were grouped by level of readiness. The higher level groups were given the red cards, which contained more complicated fractions and decimals, and the rest of the students were given blue. The pictures show two correct examples. Because this strategy was so successful the first time I used it, I decided to use it again in one of my later units. The second time, I had my students solve integer addition expressions and order the expressions from least to greatest based on the answers. The students again worked in pairs and were grouped by level of readiness. My higher level groups were given pink cards, which contained some expressions with 3 integers instead of just 2. The other students were given blue cards, which had expressions only involving 2 integers. These pictures show 2 of my groups correctly ordered cards. Throughout this video, you've seen several examples of this strategy being used in mathematics, but it is easily adaptable to other subject areas as well. Here you see some ideas for possible applications. The Faculty Center for Teaching and Learning at the University of Central Florida says that the goal of an educator using Bloom's taxonomy is to encourage higher order thought in their students by building up from lower level cognitive skills. The Ready to Order strategy does just that. The way in which I implemented this strategy in my class required the students to first solve the problems. Solving is a skill listed on the apply level of the taxonomy. The students then had to organize the cards from least to greatest, which moves their thinking to the next level of the taxonomy, analyze. Finally, the students had to support or defend the order in which they placed the cards, which brings them to the evaluate level of the taxonomy. The students themselves told me that this was their favorite of all the strategies we tried, and this was evident from their level of engagement in the activity. This strategy is a wonderful way to get even the quietest kids involved, but don't take my word for it, try it out yourself. Are you ready to order?